Okay, so I got some shocking and terrible news for you guys today. Now, just a few moments after I uploaded my last video, I was preparing to do yet another band review, and I've noticed that the popular YouTube channel BlankTV, it's just been terminated for unknown reasons. I'm not sure if it was copyright, I'm not sure if it's possibly YouTube doing another censorship or another purge, but either way, this is really bad news. Now, for those who aren't aware of what I'm talking about, BlankTV is basically this YouTube channel, right? And it promotes, music from independent bands, unsigned bands, bands that people possibly might have never heard of, and they represent bands from like all over the world, not just the United States, but the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Brazil. It's basically a place where metalheads, punks, indie fans, and people that are fans of alternative genres would go to discover new bands and new music. Now, I first subscribed to this channel back in, I think, either 2009 or 2010, and for every year straight they've been basically providing me with my daily dosage of metal and punk, bands I'd never heard of. One of the things I like to do is discover new bands, add new music to my collection. And in fact, it was possibly one of the main reasons why I started Satanic Panic, just so I could do band reviews, just so I can, let other people know what bands are out there, how good they are, what their music is. And you don't really get that nowadays. Most public radio stations, they don't play heavy metal, they rarely ever play any alternative music. I mean, even XM Liquid Metal is now starting to play, new metal and hip-hop fused metal, and it's ridiculous. All right, and that's just the start. Don't even get me started on like MTV or VH1. They don't air music videos for metal bands or alternative bands, and don't even get me started on BET. I mean, come on. But then again, all three of these networks are owned by the same company, so it shouldn't surprise me that all three of them are regurgitating the same old shit over and over again. And as for venues, certain heavy metal venues like bars and clubs are starting to disappear, either being shut down or being bought off by hipsters, and they're turning them into like, hip-hop clubs, and some of them are just, like I said, some of them are just shutting down altogether. This is just another setback for metalheads in general. The fact that we just lost a major platform. Now, BlankTV, it provided an online home for us. A home for great intelligent musicians. Basically, in this entire world that's overrun with mumble rappers with tattoos on their face that babble on over pre-recorded drum loops and shit like that. And based on BlankTV's website, they're basically the largest collection of independent music videos. And they've been doing this since 1999. Now do the math. 1999, 2019, that's like over 20 years of music. 20 years of music that's been lost. And with all, the mass censorship, and with this recent account termination, I feel as if YouTube just struck another blow right where it hurts. I guess this is just a reminder that we have to do all we can, musicians, fans, promoters, club owners, everybody. We have to constantly speak about every local and random band that we know about, alright? I mean, basically we have to speak about them the same way we speak about bands like Slayer and Megadeth. Now, 100%, I kid you not, 100% of the bands that I've reviewed so far on the Satanic Panic show have all been either local or small or obscure bands that people have possibly never heard of. And I also, this is just a decision that I made. I decided, not to put any advertisements or anything on these reviews, simply because my main purpose is to just let people know about these bands. I'm not in it for, you know, make a career out of this or anything like that. Because if I can just get one person, you know, to subscribe to a band or buy an album or attend a show, I feel as if I've accomplished something, you know? I've done my part. And all I can say is I really do hope that BlankTV is fighting this. I hope that they're contacting YouTube, and that I hope that YouTube eventually finds a way to restore their channel. Because otherwise, things are just going to get a lot tougher for us. And a lot tougher for, you know, bands in the future. Especially if there's no platform for them to get their music out. Well, anyway, that's all I have to say right now. If anyone knows of any good platform or any channel that promotes, you know, metal or punk or any alternative genre, you let me know. I know of one good channel that does this. It's called From the Dungeon Podcast. You know, they interview bands. You know, they play music from obscure and independent bands. And you know, like I said, they're pretty local. They're from the area. So if you guys haven't heard of them, I advise you to check them out. Follow them on Facebook and subscribe to their YouTube channel. They post a lot of good content, and I enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure you would too. Like I said, we all got to stick together on this one. Because I refuse to let this community, you know, fade away into the night. But that's all I have to say. You guys stay metal, have a good one, and promote, share, and like.